Welcome to Workshop Wednesdays. We are in preparation for the TCC Symposium on Undergraduate Research, and today's workshop deals with 3-minute video tools. So it's for the category of the 3-minute video for the Research Symposium. Welcome. I am Dr. Renee Gordon. I am the TCC STEM Program Director. I'm located here in the STEM Center, which is in Building AC, Room 133, and our phone number is right there on the screen. It's 850-201-8190 if you need any assistance from myself or the STEM Center staff. So this workshop is in preparation for the TCC Symposium on Undergraduate Research. It's scheduled this year, 2022, for Wednesday, March 30th, and it is in hybrid format. So that means there's going to be a little of in-person presentation as well as some virtual options for a presentation. The categories include research posters that'll be in person as a session, the oral presentation, creative performance, and then finally the 3-minute video. So the 3-minute video is your option to participate in the symposium virtually if you are not able to be there in person on March 30th. One bit of information, if you want to participate, abstracts are due Friday, February 25th by 5 o'clock p.m. And we have a Workshop Wednesday video on crafting your own abstracts. All right, so today's agenda, we'll do an overview of the 3-minute thesis, which is the inspiration for the 3-minute video, the rules to the 3-minute video category, judging criteria, setting your environment to record your video, and mastering the art of Zoom. Since TCC has a contract with Zoom where every single student, staff, employee, everyone associated with TCC has their own Zoom account, we're gonna utilize Zoom to record this video. And then we'll have a 3-minute video example. So the overview, 3-minute thesis. So again, TCC's Research Symposium has several categories. And the category of 3-minute video is an option for students to participate virtually. You'll submit your video prior to event day. So you do not have to be present. You must submit your abstract by February 25th. Once your abstract is accepted, then you'll record your video and submit that video file by Friday, March 25th at 5 o'clock p.m. And this video category, or this category of research, is inspired by the 3MT competition. What is that, you may ask? So the 3MT stands for the 3-minute thesis. It's a research competition developed by the University of Queensland, where PhD students have 3 minutes to present a compelling oration on their thesis and its significance. The 3MT challenges students to consolidate their ideas and research discoveries so they can be presented concisely to a non-specialist audience. So anyone in the audience should be able to understand what you're talking about in 3 minutes or less. So since 2008, enthusiasm for the 3MT concept has developed rapidly to competitions all around the world. So over 600 universities and institutions across 65 different countries. So again, in 2008, it was developed at the University of Queensland. 2010, the inaugural Trans Tandem 3MT was also held at the University of Queensland. Then in 2013, it became a virtual format, held the first virtual format for the 3MT competition. And then in 2016, the first Asia Pacific 3MT competition. So it's definitely grown since its inception. So now we're gonna discuss with you the rules for our TCC 3-minute video competition. It's not necessarily a thesis, it's your research topic, so we're just calling it a 3-minute video. So first and foremost, your presentation is limited to 3 minutes. Competitors that exceed that 3 minutes are unfortunately disqualified. So ensure that you adhere to the 3 minute time limit. Presentations are considered to have commenced when a presenter starts their presentation through speech. So as soon as you start speaking, if there are transitions for your video where you're only showing the slide, you haven't spoken just yet, the clock does not start. The first word that you utter, you say, hello, my name is, that is when the clock starts on your 3-minute video. So another rule, you must have one single static PowerPoint slide. No slide transitions, animations, or movement of any kind. The slide will be presented on screen from the beginning of the oration all the way through the end. So no additional electronic media. So no sound or additional video files are permitted. No props, no costumes, musical instruments, laboratory equipment, none of that is permitted. Presentations are to be spoken word. So no poems, no raps or songs, just speaking just as I'm speaking to you right now. The decision of the panel of judges is final. And one thing I want to note with this one, the 3-minute video, we have no props, so no costumes, musical instruments, animated backgrounds, and things like that. But if you do want to do a video where you utilize props and get as creative as you'd like to be, there is another category within the research symposium that's called visual arts presentation. And under visual arts category, there's film or an original film. So you can select that. And on the right-hand side, you'll see where it showcases that on the abstract submission tool on our research symposium website. So again, this other option is visual arts, and you would select film, whether it be an original film or just film, period. And then you would choose, excuse me, on the right-hand side, you would choose what subject area your video is to fall under. So if someone is in STEM, if someone is in science and math, you could do a visual arts video on something dealing with science and mathematics. It can be creative, but you would have to select this category as opposed to the 3-minute video category. So I just want to make sure that there's a good distinction. You understand that there are options that you have with the TCC Research Symposium. So you can do a 3-minute video where you just have the one PowerPoint slide as your background. And then you have another option for a visual arts video where you can get as creative as you'd like to be. Okay, so judging criteria. We have the first component, which is comprehension and content. Did the presentation provide an understanding of the background and significance to the research question being addressed while explaining terminology but avoiding heavy jargon? Did the presentation clearly describe the impact or results of the research, including conclusions and outcomes? Did the presentation follow a clear and logical sequence? Was the topic of the research significant? And was the outcome communicated in language appropriate to a non-specialist audience? That means someone who's not in your subject matter area should be able to understand what you conducted with your research and why your results are so significant. Did the presenter spend adequate time on each element of their presentation, or did they elaborate too long on one aspect, and was the presentation rushed with the other components? The second pillar of the judging criteria is engagement and communication. Did the oration make the audience want to know more? Was the presenter careful not to trivialize or generalize their research? Did the presenter convey enthusiasm for their research? Did the presenter capture and maintain their audience's attention? Did the speaker have sufficient stage presence, eye contact, vocal range, a steady pace? Were they confident in their stance or their seated position? Did the PowerPoint slide enhance the presentation? Was it clear, legible, and concise? So these are all questions that the judges will be scoring you on. So ensure that these aspects are covered as far as you being the presenter goes. Please note that competitors will not be judged on the video or recording quality or their editing capabilities. Judging will focus on the presentation, ability to communicate research to the non-specialist audience, and your single PowerPoint slide. So ensure that your PowerPoint slide looks good. And we also have a workshop on your poster presentation, and that includes a PowerPoint slide, kind of do's and don'ts, color combinations, font sizes, and things like that. That's upcoming in the month of March. Set your environment. So you're going to be recording, right? You want to ensure that your environment is appropriate prior to even hitting that record button. So first and foremost, dress for the occasion. Make sure that you're wearing something that exudes confidence and makes you feel your most confident. Confidence is key. Get the lighting right. Make sure that you're in a well-lit room. If you need additional lighting, just bring on the devices in so that your face is clearly seen on the camera screen. So stage your video area and limit distractions. If you're going to do it on campus, try to do it in a space where there aren't a lot of people around or no one's around. Try to get a private room, a study room, or select somewhere where you know no one's going to be home or no one's going to be around at that time of day so that you have a good quiet room. So you can have a wall as a background. And if your wall is too busy or your background is too busy, then you can just add a virtual background, and we'll talk about that in a moment. Prop your device to eye level. You see in this picture here that the person's laptop is elevated. If you don't have a laptop stand, you can utilize a shoebox, a sturdy shoebox, or something to that nature, a stack of textbooks, just so the angle in which the camera shoots your face is flattering. And it says don't be a lurker. That's for Zoom meetings, so let's disregard that. So let's talk about virtual backgrounds. Zoom already has a few preset virtual backgrounds, as you can see here. You have nature, you have solar system, you have landmarks. Some of these may be appropriate for what it is you're speaking about, but in my opinion, sometimes they can be a little distracting. We want people to focus on your PowerPoint slide and your face as you're speaking about your research topic. So here I actually have a pretty simplistic, minimal Zoom background. And if you're looking at my camera, you can see that I have it in my as my virtual background right now as I'm speaking to you. It's clean. There's some features here. You have a clock, a lamp, and a plant, but it's not too busy and it does not distract from the actual speaker. So those are the things you kind of want to go with. Another tip, TCC actually has Zoom resources online, and the link is right here. If you'd like, I can put it in the chat so that you can copy and paste it. But we have some Zoom resources here, helpful videos as well as helpful cheat sheets that'll just assist you in maneuvering within Zoom so that you can have the best experience. So now we're going to go into mastering the art of Zoom. So once you are finished with your research poster, it'll look something like this. You will have it in PowerPoint, and you're going to ensure that you engage presentation mode in PowerPoint. So here's a couple of things within PowerPoint to note. In your file, once you've created your one slide, in the slideshow option, as you can see here, you're going to select Set Up Slideshow. Once you select that, you'll see that it says Set Up Show and Show Type. You're then going to select Browse by an individual window. The reason that you want this is it allows you to see your slide, and it allows when Zoom is recording that your slide is full screen. So for instance, in my case, in my office, I have dual screens, dual monitors. So when I select this, it ensures that my PowerPoint is on one monitor and it looks good when we are recording in Zoom. So I just wanted to share that tidbit with everyone. So once you've done that, you click OK and you save your file. Then you're going to go into Zoom. So this is a Zoom application on my desktop. I'm going to click on Home, and this is the screen that I'll see. I'm going to click on Settings to make sure that the settings that I have are optimized for me recording myself for my 3-minute video. Okay, so this is what it looks like when we're in Settings. I want you to click on Video, and then you'll see yourself, you'll see kind of a preview of what your audience will see. And you see that here that I have selected Mirror My Video and Touch Up My Appearance. So it makes sure that the lighting, it helps with the lighting. You can click on Adjust for Low Light as well if you're in a dim room. So just make sure that you really check these settings and make sure that your preview video looks good. So I've done that, right? If you notice, I have a lot of stuff in my background, right? I have things on my table. I have a cord on the right-hand side. I don't want that to show when I'm doing my Zoom recording. So I go to Background and Filters. So here you see None. That's what I had previously, when you can see the cord and the things on my desk and everything in my background. Just a busy, busy background. But here, on the left-hand side, you'll see that I have selected that crisp white picture, that white background with the clock, the lamp, and the plant. And on the right, I've selected blur. So it blurs the background of my office, so you're focused more on me. You can faintly see them in the background, but you can't really make out what you're looking at. You're focused on the subject, who's the speaker. So out of these, you would select which one's best for you. So I'm gonna select the one with the white background, the white wall, and the clock, lamp, and plant, because I kind of like the way it looks. All right, so then I go back to, I hit OK, and I go back to my Zoom app. I click on Home, and then I'm gonna click on New Meeting. What New Meeting does is that I'm gonna click on the actual video icon, the orange icon. And what that does is it puts me in my personal meeting room. So it's just me in there. It's gonna ask me to join through audio in some way. So I'm gonna join with my computer audio. So when you're in Zoom, you can see that my my picture is up, my video is up, right? So I'm gonna look at the bottom panel, and on the bottom panel, you'll see that it says my name. It allows me to unmute. It shows that I'm sharing my video, so I can stop video at any time. I can mute myself and unmute myself at any time. Then over in the middle, kind of on the right, you'll see the record button. And that is what you will be utilizing to record yourself with. So the first thing that you're gonna do is make sure that your PowerPoint presentation is open, that you are not sharing your screen. Your PowerPoint presentation is in presentation mode, and then you're going to share your screen first. Then you're gonna hit record. So I just want to identify where everything is. So that's the record button. Then it's gonna ask you whether or not you want to record to this computer or record to the cloud. You can do either or, but I'm going to go through the process of us recording to the cloud because we all have a TCC Zoom account. So here are the controls. Once you're recording, you'll hear the computer tell you a recording is in progress. Then here are the controls for pausing the recording and stopping the recording, identified right there. So once you stop the recording, this will pop up. Zoom is going to ask you, are you sure you want to stop recording to the cloud? You're going to say yes. Once you say yes, in the upper right hand side, you'll say you will receive an email when the cloud recording is available. Then, and this is important, once you end the meeting, you have to end the meeting, then the recording will generate. So you'll see here that I have received a notification from my email that a cloud recording is now available. And once I go into the email, it says Zoom logo and hi Renee Gordon, your cloud recording is now available. And I can click on the blue button that says view details. Once I click on view detail, it will take me to the Zoom browser website, and that's zoom.us. So I'm going to click on sign in. Then I'm going to sign in with my TCC credentials. So your TCC student email, you'll put in the email address, and your TCC password, you'll put in the password. It's the same on the Zoom platform as it is for TCC Outlook, you know, your Workday, all of those things. Your email address and password are the same for these. So once we do that, we're inside. And on the left-hand panel, I want you to click on recording. Once you click on that, you'll see a list of recordings that have been generated. So the most recent one is going to be on top. So I've done my most recent one, and it was done February 16th today at 10:41 a.m. as you can see there. So where it says Renee Gordon's Zoom meeting, I'm going to click on that wording, Renee Gordon's Zoom meeting. Once I do that, it will go into the recording. And here you'll see the title of the recording, the date and time, the ID, the Zoom ID for the recording, and then one total view, because that's me, I viewed it. Then it has recording 1, 2 files, and 11 megabytes. Then I can either download or I can copy a shareable link. Now the best thing to me is to copy the shareable link. But we want to ensure that when we're reading down on this recording, that we see shared screen with speaker view. That's very important. That means that you are seeing the screen that you shared, and you're seeing your face in the upper right hand corner. So you want to make sure that it says that. Just in case it does not say that, I'm going to show you the settings to make sure that you are recording, that your recording, it gives you the output that you need for the 3-minute video. So we're still in Zoom. We went from recordings. Now we're going to click on settings on the left side panel. So once we click on settings, you'll see in the upper area here that there is meeting, recording, audio conferences. You're going to click on recording. And you can see that it says local recording and cloud recording. So for cloud recording, you're going to make sure that a few of the boxes are checked. For cloud recording, you're going to make sure it's checked on record active speaker with shared screen, and then record gallery view with shared screen, record active speaker, gallery view, and share screen separately. So then you also check mark shared screen, right? Then another component on here is to ensure that the toggle on the upper right is blue. And then down here where it says allow cloud recording sharing, you're going to make sure that that's blue as well. And the reason for that is that's an easy way to share your recorded video with the Research Symposium Committee, because you're going to have to turn that over. You're going to have to give it to us as a file before the symposium. So utilizing this cloud recording makes it easier. You don't have to save the video to your actual device, so it doesn't take up memory, and it's easy to share because it's not a very large file that you have to add as an attachment in an email and then send. This is honestly the best way to do it with cloud sharing of your Zoom recording. It's the easiest way, I should say. But there is another way where you can record your Zoom video locally and add it as an attachment. That's also an option. But this is an easier way. So now that I've made sure that my settings are correct, I can share. So I click on share, and with the settings, you have to make sure you do that prior to you doing your recording. So I've already done it. My recording looked great. You know, I viewed it. So now I want to share it with the Research Symposium Committee so that they can have my file before the deadline. So I click on share. Once I click on share, this will pop up. It says share this cloud recording. Share this recording publicly. Viewers can download, make sure that that is enabled. Viewers can see transcripts, and that's for our hearing impaired individuals. So I would enable that as well. And then passcode protection. You can have that on or you can take it off. It really doesn't matter. You'll just make sure that you're copying it. If you want to view what the passcode is, you can click on the little eyelashes that are closed. You'll click on that, then the eyelash will open, and you'll see what your passcode is. And you can change your passcode and then hit save to something, you know, that you can remember or whatever. But the passcode must have at least 8 characters, at least 1 letter, at least 1 number, and at least 1 special character. So just make sure that you have that. But you don't need it to have passcode protection. So I'm going to click on this button down here, copy sharing information. Then once I click it, it turns to copy. So that means that essentially the computer has hit Control-C on all of the information needed to share this video. It has the video link and it has the video passcode once you click on copy sharing information. Once you do that, you're going to send an email to the Undergraduate Research Symposium Committee with your recording. And in this email, if you notice in the body, it says topic Renee Gordon Zoom meeting, the date, the meeting recording link, and then the passcode. So everything's already there and easy and ready to go. For the subject line, I want you to make sure that your subject is 3-minute video, and then your first and last name. And once you have that done, you're going to send that to undergraduate research at tcc.fl.edu. So notice that it already has the meeting recording link, and it also has a password. All you had to do was paste whatever you copied into the body of this email. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay, so tips for success. Make sure that you follow this order once you have your Zoom uh, ready to go. So first and foremost, open your PowerPoint and put it in presentation mode for your one slide. Share your screen in presentation mode. Make sure it's full screen in PowerPoint. Then once you're in Zoom, you're going to share your screen first before you hit record. So share your screen in Zoom, then press record. Then you speak for 3 minutes or less. Then you click stop recording. Then you stop sharing, and then you end your Zoom meeting. So make sure you have it full screen. You're sharing your screen, your PowerPoint. Then you hit record. You say your 3 minutes, you stop the recording, then you stop sharing your screen, because that'll capture the full your full screen of your PowerPoint slide from beginning to end, and you don't have to edit. So once you're done with that, watch your full video before you submit it to the undergraduate research committee. You want to make sure that what you're sending is something that you're comfortable with, the entire TCC campus seeing. So make sure it's something that you're proud of. Make sure that the audio quality is good throughout your video. So try to listen out for any dramatic volume changes due to your device malfunctioning. Make sure that you do your best with that. And if you need assistance, I'm here at the STEM Center to assist you. So after your abstract is accepted, you will receive research poster templates in PowerPoint. So you can pick from these research poster templates. You can create your own. It's really up to you to get as creative as you'd like. And remember, in March, we're going to have a workshop on best practices when you're doing a research poster. And then your Zoom file format is going to be an MP4 file. So if you're doing the cloud recording like I did in this video, like I showed you a few slides ago, it'll already be in MP4 format. If you're recording locally to your device, you'll make sure that what you're sharing is the MP4 video file. There's an audio file and I think a text file that is saved onto your local device if you choose local recording. So just make sure that it's the actual video file that you're submitting to the undergraduate research committee. Oh, and this is the little sign on PowerPoint that ensures that you're in full screen presentation mode before you share your screen in Zoom and before you hit record, okay? So now we are going to take a look at what my screen looks like when I'm trying to do a recording. Okay, so here's what my screen looks like when I am attempting to do my 3-minute video recording. Let's take a look. Welcome to my presentation, the end. So if you notice, you see that you can see everything on my screen. I don't have it ready. So that's why I was saying, you put your PowerPoint presentation in full screen presentation mode. Then you go into Zoom, you make it, you share your screen for PowerPoint, then you click record. You say your 3 minutes, you hit stop recording, and then you can exit out of Zoom and exit out of sharing your screen. So this is what it looks like when I actually follow that procedure. So let's take a look. Welcome to my presentation. The end. So that's what it looks like when I'm actually doing the procedure in the proper order. So I want to ensure that you saw the before and the after of following that order of events to record my 3-minute video. So that concludes any of the tips and tricks to 3-minute video tools. If there aren't any questions, then I want to thank you for participating in Workshop Wednesday. I hope everyone has a great afternoon.